So I will utilize my resources. I will ask people if they can help me, and if they don't have time to help me, then I can find another person who's willing to help me. I'm pretty sure we're all here for each other, and we're all looking out for each other. And so, like, if I really, like, honestly, if I have something going on and I really need to focus on this test, I will focus on that test. I'm sorry, but I will make sure that all the tasks are delegated to other people to make sure that it's done, but in a nice way.
I agree with her. Well, because like I feel like it's also a part of communication. Also, I mean, if someone has something going on, then they should be able to tell someone ahead of time, not just wait last minute the night of that this needs to go, that they have this prior thing to go on. So as long as we stay communicated, and there's 2 Barrio chairs, and I hope that if one has a test on one day and the other has a test on the other day, that you guys can share the slack, and hopefully that you guys will, you know, just work off each other if anything, or branch out and ask someone else, because you do have a co-chair and you should utilize it instead of just taking everything on yourself, because that's not going to be healthy for you or helpful to everyone else if you can't get everything done because you're not a super person, like a Superman, superhero.
I really enjoy stress, actually. So when I have like a lot going on, it makes me do a lot better. It's weird. Yeah. But like I'll stay up long nights, just making sure to study for tests, get the work done, call people, ask for help.
Yeah. I definitely put my schoolwork first, even though like all that stress of Barrio would be bothering me while I was doing it. I would still put my schoolwork first, and I would ask people to help me out and make sure that my committee, like, I would be able to give them tasks and delegate jobs to them to just help me out, even my chair.
Definitely I agree with what everybody says. There's a reason why you have a co-chair and a committee, so, and everybody else who's in UFC as well. When Lee said, utilize your resources and ask for help. And time management wise, action plan, that's all I gotta say, you know, down to the T. Who's gonna do it, what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, where the needs, the resources, the materials that you need for the actual thing that's gonna go on. So that's definitely a big one for me.
I wouldn't be, like, I don't know, I would try not to be upset. I would try and just do my best to work with that person despite our differences or anything, because, I mean, they're there to help, so why would I treat them any better if they weren't my first choice? And I mean, help is help, and especially with Barrio, I feel like you can use all the help you can get.
We're just going randomly. Definitely you have to remind yourself to be flexible. Things are not going to go the way that you want them to, and things never do go the way that you always plan. But you do have to remind yourself that you guys are there for one reason, and you guys have a common goal. And as long as you have that, even though if you don't get along, make sure you remind yourself that, and we're here to make the best Barrio, so definitely have to work at that.
I think an important part of it is getting to know your co-chair. So just make sure you guys talk together and understand that you guys are working for the same thing. That way you guys are being mutually working together.
I think a lot of it is just like the same goal, so it doesn't really matter if you're working with someone you don't like. Whatever happens, you're still working with them, and as long as you guys are getting work done, I don't think you'll have time to, like, I hate you. Yeah.
And I think that, like, despite, like, not being able to, like, interact with them or not knowing them or not expecting to be working with them, like, we all have something to contribute, and that's something that I don't want to disregard, is that, like, even if I feel unsure, like, they will help me. They will always, like, they'll be they'll be contributing and they want to be there, they want to help, so why would you disregard that? And as far as the unexpected situations, I'm learning that it's better to not be negative and to freak out about situations and just deal with it, because freaking out, which I do a lot, and being negative like will not help you move forward. And so I'm learning to just, okay, it's happened, accept it, move on, do something about it, and just be okay.
Go first. When I have stress, like, I just make a list of all the things that I need to do that needs to get done, and then I work on that list. I make sure that everything that's on that list gets done. It doesn't matter if I don't get any sleep, I just know that that list has to get done, so I'm gonna do it.
I run to people. Like, I don't exercise often, which I know I should do, especially if Barrio comes, I should have something like that I could, like, release, you know? But as far as what I do when I'm really stressed out is I really do turn to people and they know, like, I just blurt it out and I feel better. Like, I feel like, and they can provide something for me too, and that's like comfort, encouragement.
When I'm stressed, I like make the list thing again. It's like I'll make a scheduled plan of like what I'm gonna do, and then like I make sure to schedule in breaks, or else it'll just get worse. So I just like follow the plan.
I agree. I don't want to go any longer and rant the same thing, so yeah, I agree. Honestly, I work out if I have stress, and I make sure if I can do something as well as work out, I multitask, so yeah.
Make your phone calls.
So my social life is UFC.
That's covered already.
But as far as that, a planner is great. I love planning on my planner. So that, yeah.
During the daytime, I like make a balance, but like during like actual hours of like people.
Can you talk a little louder? I can't hear you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like during the day, I like make sure to have the actual hours. Like usually businesses are only open certain times, so like I make sure to get those ones that are time specific done first, and then like nighttime, I guess, is more studies, more social. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go. To balance, definitely my planner. I recently printed out like the weekly, hourly one, so that's definitely a big help. And to go off to that question you asked, because I didn't get to answer it. Sorry. Definitely I need to write things down, the order that I'm going to do it, my goals for the day. It definitely feels really good to be able to cross them out at the end of the day. So definitely keep that organized as well.
As far as time management, it's more of setting goals for myself. If I set a goal for myself that like I need to get that done, I'll do what I need to do to make sure that gets done.
And just make sure I get everything. Make sure I get everything I need to do, understand what I have to do, and get them done. I don't know, just time management and making sure things get done when they need to get done. And make sure it's time to see people, my family, like spend time with them when I need to.